Hey everybody, welcome to What's New at the Automation School. I know it's only been a few days since I last did an update like this, but I just added to the website. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull that up. I just added to the website the training that's coming up April 21st, and I wanted to show you guys this. You can not only choose it here, but if you go to the in-person hands-on section, that's theautomationschool.com/live, you can see it here along with a lot of other information. And I wanted to show this to you. He has the different labs you can take when you're here. And then you can see pictures of the facility and the labs and the hotels and all that, links to all that. So if you want to come in and take these courses. But what I wanted to show you was, and I think this is very unique, I don't think anybody else in the world is doing this. Let me go ahead and I'm going to choose the 4-day class here. And of course, you can choose between 1, 2, 3, and 4 days. Of course, all of the courses start on the same day, April 21st. All right. And there's a reason for that, because the introductory stuff, the getting, it's all set and knowing where the facilities are and how to use the equipment and, just the rules of the course all have to start on the same day. So having said that, I want to show you how when you go through this, you can actually pick which PLC courses you want to take. So here I've chosen the 4 days hands-on. Okay, you can see it's discounted by $300. Now, if you're either on the early access list or you already have one of my online courses, you need to contact me directly for a coupon I'll create for you to save off that price. But in any case, for these 4 days, each day I can choose a different trainer or the same trainer. So you can see here for the Compact Logics, I have 4 different Compact Logics trainer. I have an L2, an L3, and then I have the 5380 and 5380 safety. So you'll get one of those. And so if you're going to say, well, day one, I want to work on Compact Logics, you can do that. Now, maybe you want to work on Compact Logics all week. You can choose it for day 2, day 3, and day 4. Okay, and now I can add it to my cart. However, some people may want to learn, Compact Logics on the first 2 days, and then maybe S7 1200s on the second 2 days. You can do that as well. Now, what may also happen is if everybody's choosing Compact Logics for the first 2 days, you may see that these disappear because I only have 4 stations of each of these PLCs. So I have 4 Compact Logic stations, I have 4 Micro 800 lessons, and I have 4 S7 1200 lessons. I actually have enough to do 8 of each, but I think we talked about this previously. Right now, I can fit so many people in this room. So in any case, if these were not available, you can say, well, maybe I'll learn the Micro 800 the first 2 days, and then you may see that nobody chose the Compact Logics for day 3 and 4. Okay, and if somebody wanted to come for just 3 days, they could literally do PAC Basics with the Compact Logics day 1. They could do PLC Basics with the Micro 800 day 2, and they could do PLC Basics with the S7 1200 on day 3. So this is pretty handy. And as you purchase whatever you choose here, it takes that station out of stock for that day. And so I spent quite a bit of time getting this all to work. And I just thought it was pretty amazing, and I wanted to share with you. And so whether you choose 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, or 4 days, they all start on April 21st. And, you have to choose 1 station per day. There's no, doing half a day of Allen Bradley and then half a day of Siemens. That would just take a lot more minutia in the system that I'm not going to add into it at this point. But in any case, now as far as the labs you can do when you're here, there's 4 major types of labs. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. So we have the PLC Basics. Now, all of these labs are self-paced. That doesn't mean there's not going to be any lectures. I'm going to give you some expert education here as well. But as far as the self-paced hands-on labs, students can choose between PLC Basics, Beyond Basics, Mastering PLCs with Factory I/O. Okay, so Factory I/O is a 3D application that has all these different factory simulations that you can try to write code to solve. And then integrating distributed I/O. I still don't have all the distributed I/O in here, but eventually, let me go back to the full screen here. Eventually, I'll have, 16 or 20 different I/O lab stations in the middle there. All will be powered up, and students will be able to try adding those one at a time. And so, that could take a whole day, just adding different types of I/O to your PLC. Now, the only caveat there is I'm a little concerned that not all of the I/O works with the Micro 800. So I put down that the Micro 800, that may only be a half a day worth of exercises because the Micro 800 doesn't have the distributed I/O capabilities that either the S7 1200 or the Compact Logics have. Okay. And then again, you can see our facility, the lunchroom, the main entrance. You can see my offices here. You can see bigger pictures of the training room behind me. And you can see some of the, these hotels are within 3 miles of the office. So if you want to come in, I kind of like the Hampton Inn, Hilton Garden Inn, but there's some others here as well. They're all very affordable. And this is all at theautomationschool.com/live. Registration is open. Once a lab station is full for the week, I can't add any more lab stations. Well, I may be able to, but it's probably unlikely, just because of the time it takes to build those lab stations. So in any case, please, if you're interested in some hands-on training, go up there and sign up soon so you will know. Again, it's $500 for 1 day, $950 for 2 days, $1,350 for 3 days, and then $1,700 for 4 days. If you already have an online course with me, right? Let's say you already have Compact Basics, or you already have S7 Basics, or Micro 800 Basics. Let me know and I'll get you a coupon. And of course, if you don't have my online courses, when you leave the course, depending on how many days you take, you will get one of the courses to take with you, online courses, so you can continue your education after the fact. But with that, that's the end of today's update. I just want to let you know that enrollment is open now for the hands-on in-person training courses here. It's something I'm doing differently. In the past, I've done 3 or 4 days, all on PLC. And we can still do that. If you want to sign up for 4 days of S7 or 4 days of Micro 800 or 4 days of Compact Logics, you could do that. But if you want to mix and match too, you can. And as far as when you sign up, you're just reserving the hardware station, right? That you'll be sitting at for those days. You'll be able to go through any of the labs you want. So you'll have a complete lab book that will have basics, beyond basics, distributed I/O, and factory I/O. So you'll be able to go through those at your own pace for whatever days you choose to be at that station. And again, those 4 labs are available for all the 3 different PLC types. So with that, that's all I had for you today. I am out of town next week, so I won't have an update for you next week. I'm actually doing some Rockwell Compact Logics training for a very large vendor, and one of their really important customers. They asked me to come out and do the training because I'm somewhat local. So I will be going next week. So just doing training, which I love to do. So in any case, I just want to wish you guys all good health and happiness. Again, if you have any questions, just send them in to me at the top of the website. If I go back, you can see, let's see, I make sure I hit the right key. You can see my pre-sales email, voicemail. You can submit a question right here on the website. You can even book a pre-sales meeting. Of course, next week I don't have a lot of opportunities open because, I'm going to be busy. So, but in any case, I just want to let you know that. So thank you for watching this update. What's new in school? I want to wish you a great rest of your week. And until next time, my friends, peace.